Welcome back, everybody, to Stardew Valley here on Fantasy Farm. The Queen of Sauce has got Poppy Seed Muffin. We have not learned that one. So, let's read it, shall we? Poppies make beautiful ornamental flowers, but why not make full use of the plant with these delightful muffins? I'm a huge fan of poppy seeds. They're subtle, but they add a nice flavor and a great texture to bready desserts. And they're healthy. I do like poppy seed muffins quite a bit, actually. Spirits are very happy today. Weather is going to be clear and sunny for the Festival of Ice tomorrow, and it will be clear on the island as well. So the Festival of Ice is one of those that does give a prize ticket for competing, in this case, in the ice fishing competition. So there is motivation to go, but that's pretty much the only reason I would go. So if I don't find the prize ticket too terribly tempting, I might skip on it. We'll kind of see what happens there. Tomorrow we're gathering in front of Marnie's house for the Festival of Ice. It's a celebration of winter, where there will be snowman ice sculptures and an ice fishing competition. Arrive between 9 and 2 if you'd like to participate. You got it, my man. Well, the first thing I'd like to participate in is the routine, so once that is all said and done, I will meet you guys back here. We are back, and we have news. The banana and the mango at long last. They are here. They are ready. Thank heavens. I'm going to be dropping the mango, but not the banana. And the reason is we need a banana for the final 3 golden walnuts left to get on the island. So we can finish that up today. And since we're already heading down to the beach, we might as well go ahead and do that. Other than that, we have... Sam needs a walleye, and we do have quite a few of those now. So I'll swing by his place and see if I can't drop that off to him. We will check the raccoons and see if they have anything. We'll also check in with the traveling merchant, see if they've got anything worthwhile. So there'll be a fair bit going on. I see some butts wiggling over there. Y'all need anything? Help us and I'll give you something nice. Dried powder. Oh, well, there you go. You do need it for something. And crystal fruit jelly. I can do that pretty easily. The powder melons, I think I will have to wait a day because I haven't put anything in the dehydrator. I can get that done pretty quickly, actually. Anything here? Not really. Roasted hazelnuts. Kent likes those. Alright, so crystal fruit jelly and dried powder melons. I'm not going to lie, dried powder melon does not sound very appetizing. It sounds like eating one of those, like, powdered donuts, but, like, having none of the flavor of them at all. Like, just literally none. Yeah, it does not sound great. But I can do that. So... let's throw that in there. Put a new geode on here, and I believe the crystal fruit is right there. So that needs to be made into a jelly, so we'll move that there. And the powder melons will take her right on over here to the dehydrator. And get those going. Alright, that's that little side quest done. Let's move on to side quest number 2 here. Technically, we've got something else I want to grab on the way here, because it's not just raining. I didn't just send out a rain totem willy-nilly for no reason, of course. Sam, hey, there you are. I'm going to make double sure this is what you wanted. Yep. Hey, thanks a million, Delta. I should have known you'd be the one to take the job. No worries, my guy. Let's take a quick look at the boards. There shouldn't be anything for the special requests until tomorrow. Nothing there. Yep, as expected, nothing on that one either, which is normal. I believe the Keys quest also do not reset until Monday, so we'll see those tomorrow as well. This right here, we saw this guy ages ago at the start of the game. Old Mariner, you needed to have somebody as your partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Otherwise, this text would not pop up. He'd say, like, oh, I have a pendant to sell, but something tells me you're not ready for it. For 5,000 G, though, I can see it in your eyes. There happens to be a special someone in your heart. Just so happens I'm selling a mermaid's pendant. Give it to your intended and they'll know exactly what you mean. Yes, that is what I want. Give this to the person that you want to marry. As for when I'll give that, don't know. It is worth mentioning that whenever you do this, the wedding will take place 3 days from that point. It will completely eat up the day, so probably avoid doing it on a day where there's anything already important going on that you want to do specifically, like a festival or anything, because it is just going to eat that day up completely. So do be aware of that. We do have a good luck day today. Let's run back and do a little bit more island work in hopes we can get that last hidden scroll, or the hidden note, that still has not popped up. In fact, it's taken so long to pop up, I'm actually going to do a quick check and see if maybe there's something I missed, like something else I had to do. Maybe I have to get all the golden walnuts? I'm not sure, but there might be some prerequisite that I'm not aware of, and I want to make sure that I'm aware of it. So, I will be right back. Alright, we are back. I crafted a couple of bombs, enough that I dropped my cooldown to 50. I felt 50 was a comfortable amount. We still have the banana. I did not forget the watering can, thank heavens, and I also swapped out the geode crusher, so that was the last magma geode that's going in there right now, so that should be everything. Yeah, I did a look, and I even looked at the note itself. It didn't really amount to anything important. It was telling us about how to combine rings at the forge, which isn't a spoiler because we've already done that multiple times. So as far as I can tell, no, there's no prerequisite for it. It just has not popped up yet for whatever reason. So, I don't know what to tell you. It's just being a little finicky, I guess. I'm hoping it's not a case of it, like, fell in the lava at some point and now it's just not going to respawn, but hopefully that's not the case. Alright, it is time. Let's get this finally completed. This is the last 3 golden walnuts that we've known how to get for a while. We just did not have the ability to. But now, with this, we've done it. Oh, Mr. Gorilla. You enjoy that banana. There we go. Those are our remaining golden walnuts. 24 left. And those do actually have a purpose, so I am going to show that off as soon as I'm done tearing up the grass over here, just to see if I can find anything potentially useful. Some of the mummified frogs and stuff, I can obviously sell those. Hero tubers are always welcome. That's another 100G right there, so I'll gladly take that. But yeah, we will swing on over to Mr. Key's room. Make use of those. Ah, these are also ready as well. And the pumpkins have finished as well. It does not feel like it's been 13 days since I planted those, but whatever you say, game, like, I'm not gonna say you're not telling me the truth. Any other seeds? Yeah, there's some extra seeds in here. I saw that Pike Frenzy and thought for a split second it was the feast, or like the Winter Festival, and I was like, could have sworn that was tomorrow. No, I just did not see it correctly. I could also change these sprinklers at some point, but honestly, it's not that big a deal. This isn't like finicky sort of area like the other ones are. I'm going to switch this starfruit into some seeds, though, and we'll get those on the way back. Like, we'd save a couple tiles, but not a lot. Not enough to make a reasonable difference to tear up all the pineapple plants and start over. It wouldn't be worth it. Eventually it would pay for itself, but it would take a long time. So, Key's Walnut Room. There should be, first and foremost, there's all the golden walnuts. Still at 49, despite the fact we just did that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've done 4 out of these things. Interesting, though. Over here, I think. No? There's a spot somewhere. I think. Give me 1 minute to look this up, and then I will be back. Ah, okay. I now see what the problem is. So, we have some extra walnuts, but I have actually not unlocked everything, air quote, on the island, and that's because we never went back up here and unlocked this, because I personally just never saw a use for it. For 10 walnuts, you can buy the Parrot Express. You've seen these little platforms around the island, and when you have these, you'll be able to fly between them. They cut down a minuscule at best amount of time. They're not worth it, honestly. Maybe if you skip the cutscene in multiplayer, maybe, but honestly, yeah, not really worth it. Not in my eyes, they're not. So, with the extra gems we have now, I believe somewhere in here... Yes. With the remaining golden walnuts that you have, after you have bought everything, with the remaining 14 ones you have, you can buy 2 key gems. These do not serve any other purpose, so by all means, go ahead and fill up. And with that, we've got 48 key gems. So is there anything else we can buy that I would, like, immediately want? The Galaxy Souls are tempting me. Heavy Tapper could be handy, but we don't have the radioactive ore or bar yet. Maybe we wait. I think, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy Galaxy Soul. The Galaxy Soul. Forge 3 of these into a Galaxy weapon to unleash its final form. It's very cool looking, too. This is what you need to upgrade to, as the game puts it, obtaining the ultimate weapon. Where is that? Should be under achievements, I think. Obtain the most powerful weapon. This is what you're going to need primarily. You do need some other stuff for it as well, but this is primarily what you need for it. That's going to be likely the last thing you pick up. So for now, I'm going to drop that off here. We're going to plant these 2 extra seeds. We're going to try to track down that last journal scrap. With any luck, we might actually find it. That said, let me check one more thing. Sorry for all the cutting around, but I wouldn't say time is of the essence, but timing is kind of important here. Alright, we are back. Nothing too terribly important for right now, but I think I've got my answer here. But again, for now, let's see if we can manage to actually find that last secret note. And if nothing else, we might have a little bit of luck, grab some more coal and some more gold. Both of those would be very much appreciated, since my stock is running a little low on both of those things. So let's see what we can't do. Right, I have bombs can't damage you, so I don't have to worry about that part of things. Dragon Tooth, potentially, over here? No, no dice. Wouldn't hurt to have more of these Cinder Shards, though honestly, I think we're actually okay on those. Believe it or not, obtaining the ultimate weapon, while it does cost Cinder Shards, actually doesn't cost as many as you'd think. You'd be expecting like 200 or something ridiculous like that. It's nowhere close to that, actually. I know, a bit weird. Alright, what do we got over here? Set a bomb there. There. Coal, thank you, thank you. Ooh, there is a bit of a little puzzle over here, which I'm willing to wager is probably going to lead to a treasure chest. Sure enough, I can see it now. What do we got? Soul Sapper Ring. Gain a little bit of energy every time you slay a monster. Okay. So not health like the vampire stuff, but energy. Interesting, but I don't really see myself needing that, per se. Like I said, energy is kind of not a big issue the further and further you get into the game. So I think we'll be just fine without that. Haha, get bent. Alright. What do we got in here? This looks a little too easy. What's being hidden over here? No, something ain't right. That door was way too easy to find. Yeah, that's what I thought. couple dragon teeth. Okay, this is good, though. We're going to need these. Because remember I mentioned making the island obelisk is one of the things we needed was dragon teeth. We need 10 of them, and we only had 5, so now we've got another 2. Ooh, wait. Don't get yourself killed here now. The bombs can't damage you. That doesn't mean that nothing can damage you. Alright. There we go. Thanks for doing a bit of the mining work for me as well. That was a weird noise. I can't tell if that came from in-game or not. Some extra coal. I think we're kind of done poking around this floor for now. Got a pretty good amount of things, but ready to move on and see what else there is up here. Sure, there are more rocks to blow up for the secret note. That's true, but there's no reason that we can't also hunt for it on another floor as well. Usually drop mega bombs or something like that. Cinder shards and money. Alright, that's not bad. Take that too. I'm getting kind of low here. Better watch myself. 70, that's better. Fireball. I thought I saw one of the like lava dragons in there, the blargs from Yoshi's Island. Not really seeing much over here either. More cinder shards, though. I'll gladly take those. Did see that switch over there. I'm not going to miss that this time. Some more money. Not seeing a switch over there. So I think we're just going to take the penalty of falling asleep here. No, I said the penalty of falling asleep, not the penalty of dying. There is a difference. Hardwood, okay. Oh, don't really need that. I'm just trying to grab some last-minute stuff in the hopes of finding something there, but nope, no dice. Also, I didn't point it out. It's a bit odd. The mango is worth less than the banana, but it is, like, at least in terms of raw abilities, it is just factually better. It gives more health and more energy. Just thought that was worth a laugh. Alright, let's go have the game yell at us for passing out. Hey, Evelyn. Oh, it's not going to yell at us for passing out. And we're at full energy. What happened there? Shenanigans in our favor, perhaps? I'm not disappointed by that, just a bit confused is all. Alright, moving swiftly on. The coffee beans are ready over here. Let's grab some of these. Also, this banana tree is also ready, which means now we can drop that off as well. So we look at our collections. That's about to be dropped off. The rest of this page is done. This page is done. It is just the radioactive ores. And the only way we can get that is by a key challenge, but the key challenge will start today, which means it very well might be there. And with a little luck, I would really, really like it to be there. Over here, what shall I keep and what shall I toss? Actually, no, give me those. Those need to be back at my house, my main house. I think that's basically it. I'm going to keep these and these. I guess technically the hardwood too. All of the rest of that can go. I'll hang on to the ring since it's semi-special. But yeah, rest of that can all go away. Alright, the festival is active today, so we won't be able to go to that particular part of the map, but luckily it's not a part of the map that's really as in the way as some other ones are, namely the ones that are held in town, so it's not that big of a deal. This means we can't take the shortcut back, but since we're warping back, no big deal there. It's not here. That stinks. Your task is to make it to level 100 in the Skull Cavern. However, you can't eat or drink anything while there. Or ship 1,000 G of freshly cooked items. We know how the cooking stuff's going. I'm going to take Key's Hungry Challenge. Now, it just says you can't eat or drink anything while there. So you can eat or drink for your buffs before you go in there. Additionally, you can also use other things, namely staircases. This is the person that's pulling out their stone for the staircases. So there are other ways to get around this. I think I'm good to head on out. Back to the farm. Hey, Callie, let me get you some water there. It has been a little bit since I've done that. Yeah, we've got lots and lots of stone. This is the perfect time to actually make good use of that, because this is a big challenge. So let's move all of this around. Yeah, that is quite a bit, so I'm hoping that will come in handy. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 staircases. We could get half of it right there. If we can get a little bit of luck with bombs cannot damage you as one of our boosts, which is there. And we have Blessing of Fangs, which could also come in handy as well. Yeah, we might give it a go today. I think Pam's not going to be driving because she'd be at the festival. Yeah, let's see if we can do this. There you go, 50 staircases. That puts us lower on stone, but we don't need that, like, horribly bad by any stretch of the imagination. And I'm gonna say we grab all of these and we'll see how we turn out on bombs. I want to be able to see the resources while I'm crafting this. I'm not gonna go any lower than what I'm comfortable with, which is 50. So those all are bombs. Mega bombs, I'm okay to go a little bit more crazy with. And you know what? I'm actually gonna drop down to 30 here. I am. This is for, like, a big challenge. This is worth the sacrifice. We just gotta be smart from here on out and a little bit careful. So we only take what we need, which is obviously this. So now the big question becomes, what buff do we take? We could take defensive buffs, we could take luck buffs, and those are our options, and we just need to be careful. Probably defense and speed is probably our best bet. This lasts a long time, the speed buff is good, the defense will always help. This is probably going to be our best bet. And I'm going to grab one more of those. Now, I'm not going to use these until I hit floor 49 for the reason that we could always get monster-infested areas. And the Rexes would be nice, but if it's anything that's not the Rexes, I'm not going to bother wasting my time. So this is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to keep the Mermaid's Pendant with us for a little bit of extra luck. But so I won't be tempted into using these. I am going to get rid of them. I am. No, I'm going to take the coffee with me. I'm going to drink this right before we go in. But I can't have that temptation there because it's less I'll be tempted and more I'll forget. I will genuinely forget. And Pamela's not here. Okay, so she is actually going to drive the bus today, I think, then. Hopefully she'll show up. This would be a very, very, very good day to make this attempt. So I'll throw some stuff in here while we wait. Oh, she might not be there because of the festival. Yeah, I might have to wait a day then. Festival of Ice might have screwed me over on this one. Yeah, Festival of Ice might have screwed me over. I want to say no, but I'm going to wait till 10. It's from 9 to 2, so theoretically she could be on her way over here. Pam, by any chance? Hey, you are coming over here. All right. I don't actually think we're going to save any time by stopping her on this particular screen, so I'm going to wait. I'll wait over here and try to stop her here and get a tiny bit more time. Yeah, I don't actually think that made much of a difference, honestly. But that's all right. Alright. Wish me luck. This is as fast as we can get here, barring any warp totems or anything like that. But granted, I started on the island and I didn't know that challenge was going to be available until I already picked it up, so... Just in case that counts as part of the cavern. Drink the coffee, take the defense buff, and cross your fingers. Let's do it. First and foremost, I would like these. Thank you. This is not a horrible time either to resource gather. So if I can go crazy, then hopefully you will still call me Superman. Hopefully I will not get surrounded by gremlins over here. Alright, come on now. Seriously? I was going to say, has the ladder already spawned somewhere? Make me wonder if the ladder's already spawned somewhere. Right, there we go. Oh, this leads to a predicament, because you do drop levels, but you lose health by doing that. Ooh, so we got a little bit of risk versus reward, whereas they were only reward before. Okay. I didn't even think about that. Again, most of these challenges I have not done. Yeah, the extra health, though, that doesn't count. That doesn't count as eating food, so we're good there. You can still pick up food as well. I'm just going to roam for... Oh, freaking things. Get you get out of here. I was going to say I was going to roam for the Rexes to see if there are any Rexes here before I was very rudely interrupted. There's some stuff to be gained out of this, but I don't think it's quite worth the sacrifice of wasting time. That's just rude, okay? That's just straight up rude. Screw you. being like, oh, hey, you could have these. You could have some spicy eel. Oh. Straight up disrespectful. Enemy drop? Nope, no enemy drop. Alright. Not over there either. Alright. Better be over here. Nope. Not there, but that's because I see the ladder this time. Cool. Alright. I'm not going to pass on stuff like that, though. When I get the opportunity for health, I am going to take it. Not to mention, any one of those could drop iridium, and any one of those could also drop the staircase. Hello, Rex. Thank you. Don't need that dinosaur egg, but you know what? It was more about getting the Monster Slayer gold than anything. Nope, not really interested in that guy. Oh, these are always like one of my least favorite floor types, layouts, whatever you want to call it. This is more what I'm looking for, is something like this. We'll go ahead and grab the stone very quickly because that is another staircase, potentially. Good, good. It's gonna be worth the risk. 6 levels. I need to find a little bit more good luck when actually getting the staircase to drop, because it's just not... Ah, that's why. But even barring that, it needs to not be doing that. We really don't need to make it that far. We've made it much farther without using 40 plus staircases. Like, between those two, the Mega Bomb and the Bomb, that should have easily... It's not a good spot to drop this. That'll work. 8 levels. Alright, that was pretty nasty of a fall. I lost... Well, no, I've lost the coffee speed a while ago. It's only the crab cake speed I've got. I am very thankful for the coal, though. And let's go with about there. Lots of amethyst. 4 levels. Okay, 41. There we go. That'll take us to 91. So we need to get to 50, I guess. We could craft more of these. So we need to get to 48. That feels doable. I don't need the iridium. Don't waste my time on that. I'm telling me that to myself, not to the game. I need to not waste my time on the iridium. Count 44. Oh, I don't have any space. I was about to say, surely I can pick that up, but nope, I can't. Well, let's blow it up then. For the solar essences. I don't think I need, like, a ton of those in the future, but you never know. Just kind of looking over what we got here. It's a weird-looking floor. I don't think I've ever seen one like that. This, on the other hand, I've seen many a time. I'm glad to see it now. So now, we're going to jetpack this sucker to victory. And the only reason I will not, or that I will stop, is if we get a monster-infested floor, I might look around for Rexes. Okay, that was just rude. Luckily, I've got enough stone for a second one. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright, fine. We'll search for another one. How dare I use all the resources I've compiled over the entire time of playing the game to actually give myself an advantage. How dare. The single most rude thing you can do. I am actually going to beat that enemy up because I would like the health. I do believe that is worth the time. You know what? I believe it's worth the time enough to do it again. There we go. Alright, we're in a good spot health-wise. We're in a good spot staircase-wise. Keep on keeping on. Don't get distracted by anything. Not even when the game tries to pull stunts like that. Don't get distracted by it. Use a bomb, gain a little bit more stone. See, we even got a freebie right there. Yeah, we're going to be A-okay at this rate. Oh, fine. Sometimes I wonder if the game's just not deciding to be a little bit bitter about it. Alright. 4 quality sprinklers. Whoop-de-doo. What a reward. Well, did we get the key gems from that? We did. That was the actual prize, obviously. And now also we can eat again, which is another plus. So you can see what I mean of, like, either 30 key gems or a prize ticket. Yeah, key gems are going to be more valuable at this point by a landslide. Well, there's still one of you left. Didn't see you there, my man. Sorry about that. So I might as well keep trying to progress and see what happens here. Ooh, very nice. And some battery packs. I've no use for the clay, I don't think. Ooh, prismatic shard. I will take that for sure. There's lots of good ore over there. Yeah, come here, you. Because again, I do still need that gold ore, and I used a fair bit to make the bombs. Was it worth it? Yeah, it was absolutely worth it. Easily. That doesn't mean I don't want to earn it back. I'm curious now that the challenge is over if I ran into more of the big purple slimes, if they would still have the hearts inside of them. So they don't normally do that. Sometimes they have like stuff inside them, you can actually see it, which is a nice little feature. I always love it when games do that with the slimes in the games in particular. You can see if they're holding something. Another prismatic, nice. But now that that challenge is over, I don't know if they actually would. Yeah, I don't have a warp totem back. I gotta be careful about that. There. Alright. Nope, now's the time to leave. I was trying to leave and that guy managed to hit me, but thankfully I was still at okay health. I don't know if I should have risked eating that or not. It gave me the reward, but, you know, just in case. On the small off chance. Burger shirt, where would you eat? I think not. I was actually thinking about making hamburgers before work, but I'm gonna get a little bit of rest in before that happens. Which is probably why this will be the last video I do before I get there tonight and do a bit of recording and commission work. Yeah, I'd say that was well spent. We did use a lot of stone, but we got a pretty decent chunk of it back. Enough that I feel decently comfortable with 416. Got a ton of Omni Geodes, more prismatics, which is always good. We could always use more of those. A fair bit of ore, which is good. More solar and void essences. Everything else in here, the bombs, the coal was very much needed. I'll hang on to the staircase, and I guess the rubies as well. Spicy eel and crab cakes. Everything else, I do believe will go, except for you. The dinosaur egg, you will not go. You will instead be going into the Mayo machine. Those up. Just remember, we didn't do any of the routine today like we normally do. So I'm going to try and go decently quick here. That is also done, but we definitely cannot get there in time with that for the raccoons. And even if we could, we still need the other thing as well. Yeah, that really does not look like it. That looks like cotton balls. It doesn't even look a little appetizing. Alright, let's just drop off what we got here. Yeah, everything else in here can all go. Yep, even the rabbit's foots. Sure, why not? Let's just get ourselves pushed over that 500,000 mark. Ah, so close. Maybe if I hadn't bumped into as many walls, I might have been okay there. Oh well. Alright. Whew. That was a challenge and a half, but we managed it, which is the important thing. Fortunes, how do you feel about this? You feel happy? That's good. We're going to continue to have bombs not damage us, and the Blessing of the Butterfly is something we've not seen in a while. Interesting. But we do have over 500,000. We could make one of the smaller obelisks, but I probably won't do that. Like I said, I feel like if I was going to start building the obelisks, I'd start with the ones that were the most useful. So we'll figure out what to do in the next episode. Again, our skills are maxed, our hearts are fully maxed with everybody. Our animals have got full golden animal crackers for everybody that can. We've gotten all the special items and powers. The collections are down to 2 things we don't have access to until Key gives us the appropriate challenge, so we'll be waiting a while on those. Fish, artifacts, minerals, all these things are done. Still wondering where that note is. So we are kind of down to money-making and almost entirely focusing on perfection. I will have to check and see what the special orders are, since I did not get to that today. But the key challenges are, on average, way harder than the special orders are. So it was a good thing we got that done first. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.